Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. Nate's out working on his own project, but today, here on Sarah and Nate, it's gonna be just me anyways, so that's okay. Usually we do more chat style videos, the two of us, but upon request, I'm doing a DIY video. This is a DIY that I've been wanting to do for a while, so it seemed fitting that I will bring you along on this trial and error adventure. After a few months of searching for a wooden stool that feels handmade, I haven't been able to really find anything that isn't either like feels very factory made or is like way out of my budget. So I've decided that the best way to do it is to upcycle something. So I've been searching for wooden stools at thrift stores by me, and it's taken a little while for me to be able to find something that'll actually, fit the bill. I finally found two that are perfect. So the first one, which I will show you now, is this taller wooden stool that I got off Facebook Marketplace for $20. So this one I liked particularly because of the flat edges around the seat of it. I just thought it was a little bit more interesting design. And then the second one I got today, I'll show you here, is this shorter one, which I really like the height. It does have the more like standard like curved edge seat, but we're gonna play with that a little, you'll see. And that one was only $3, so definitely a good deal. That one was from the Goodwill outlet, so that's why it was extra cheap. It definitely has a little bit more problems. It's wiggly, so I'll have to adjust some of the screws, tighten them. There's a little bit of wood glue that's like sticking out from some of the like seams, so I'll fix that too. But for $3, I thought it was worth it. As I've been searching for the stool, I've also been collecting inspiration images on a Pinterest board to kind of get an idea of where I want them to end up once they're done. I'll show you some of those images that I'm looking at now, and if you can't tell, I really like the ones that feel handmade. They feel, imperfect, they feel aged, they feel like they have wear, a little bit of a story. Now, I've found some designers that make them, but they're really expensive, and ideally I will be able to keep these long enough that they will develop their own age and wear, but to get them started with that style, we're gonna kind of fake it and do it ourselves. Push it in the right direction. So to get started, for the taller one, I do want to shorten it because I don't really have a need for such a tall stool. So I'm gonna cut the legs off on that one. I'm gonna sand them both down to get them, to get whatever finishes they have off. Get those off of them, or whatever finishes they have on them now. I'm gonna take that completely off. Then I'm going to distress them. So my dad does a lot of woodworking projects, and I remember a long time ago, this was one of the coolest, weirdest methods that I ever saw him do, and he was distressing a table by basically like banging a bunch of random objects against it so that it had a bunch of dings and marks that were all organic and random. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna take a bunch of random objects, bang a bunch of dents into them so that it feels like, it's not brand new off the factory line. And then after that, we're gonna treat the wood. I haven't decided what stain, or if I'm gonna do a stain or what. So we're gonna do some sort of finish on the wood. And then last but not least, put some felt feet on the bottom to protect the hardwood floors. Very important. Yeah, so let's get started. Here we go. Okay, safety first. I've got my glasses and my headphones. They're noise canceling, so I'm going to use these while I'm sawing and sanding and things. So the shorter stool, I'm not going to cut the legs off, but the taller stool, I am going to make it a bit shorter, even shorter than the one that's already shorter. Weird sentence. Okay, so I'm going to use my ridiculous pink tape measure, and I'm going to measure the height of the legs to where I want, draw a little mark, try and make sure it's as level as I can. We'll see how it goes. Okay, we're back again. So I've done all of the basic sanding, so getting the wood down to a like fresh level, taking off any of the finishes or stains, whatever was on it already. I think they just had like a polyacrylic or something on them, some sort of sealer. But to get that distressed look that I was talking about and what I'm going for, I've been taking my, like, the heaviest grit sandpaper that I have on my sander, and then I've been holding my sander at weird angles to try and get like flat edges and like kind of dings in the wood before I actually, you know, go straight in with like hammering dings in it. This is gonna make it feel less like it was like perfectly milled into round edges. So it's like the complete opposite of what you would normally want to do in your sanding projects, but that's what I'm going for anyways. So I'm going to show you kind of a little bit, a couple of examples. Woo! Okay, now that I am sufficiently dusty, no, I'm just kidding. I've already wiped off with a wet towel to try and kind of get some of the, you know, layer of dust that I was coated with off of me. And my toes are frozen because it's quite cold outside right now. Thankfully, it's time to move inside. My wrists are sore, but I'm gonna keep rolling. So I'm gonna show you where the stools are at now. I'm already so excited to get them like styled and placed in the house because they have definitely turned out even maybe possibly better than I had expected, or I just like hadn't fully realized what, like visualized what they would look like in my house. Now I'm going to take it to the next level, and I grabbed a bunch of like random objects. I've got some screws, I've got some pliers, I've got some screwdrivers, wrenches, and a hammer, and I'm basically gonna just like set stuff all over it and just like bang stuff into it and make dents. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this and turn on a show or something because I feel like this is probably gonna take a while because it's kind of a slow process and layering. This feels kind of like a weird version of painting on a canvas because you're like, do I add more? Do I don't add more? I can't really take it back off. I guess anything I don't like I can just sand back out, so it's not that big of a deal. So wish me luck. Okay. So we've got everything all banged up, sanded. Now I'm gonna do the treating of the wood. So I'm gonna use, I've never used this before. I'm gonna use the Minwax Color Wash Transparent Layer Coloring. Okay, so I'm gonna start getting this color wash on with a rag. I just grabbed a bunch of random rags from our laundry room. We're gonna get this started. All right, I've got everything finished. Now it's time to show you where they ended up. Voila. We did it! Okay, I am so happy with how they turned out. I will put the total costs here. We'll say this one is the one that got the gray wash, and this is the total cost of the one that I ended up doing no finish on. So happy with how they turned out. I love them. I'm really happy that I did it myself instead of buying something new. All right, I hope you guys have fun. I hope that this maybe inspired you to tackle some random project that you've been wanting to do. It was super fun, super simple, but you know, can be modified to whatever your capabilities or style is. But me and Nate will be back together next time, and we'll see you then. Bye.